and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Well. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a minute. How you guys doing? Welcome back to everybody. It's good to see everybody in the chat. Episode 200 and what are we at? 232 episodes? Not bad. Not bad at all. What's going on, man? We finally in here. Good to see you guys. We got Red Hood 420. You know he's eager to finally return. You notice we're both we both look a little different.
This man trying to brag about the weight loss journey.
We both look substantially different.
Oh yeah, we definitely are.
Oh yeah, health is wealth.
Honestly,
man.
People should, like I said, eat correctly, go out, exercise, do all that stuff. Because I be preaching this all the time, man. Mental health is
wealth.
like definitely a thing, and you gotta like better yourself.
Yes, sir.
And honestly, like it does wonders, right? Eating right, working out builds confidence, makes you look good, all that stuff. So I recommend it. Not everyone's gonna like it, but hey, man, I enjoy it. So.
Shout out to everybody, man. Big Cloud is officially, wait for it. Just wait for it. Big Cloud is 55 pounds lighter.
That's good.
I feel really amazing. Good. I feel rejuvenated. You know I mean business when I put this bad boy back on. So it's good to be back. Expect content to drop as expected. Expect your boy to be back here. So if you haven't already done so, hit that like button. Make sure the bell icon is ticked. And we got some more content that's going to be dropping on top of that. So aside from RGT, which you will have on Fridays. Now, I don't know if Red Hood's fixed his issue. He's going to do a few more test streams. I don't know.
I don't know. Dude, it's literally specific audio capture. If it's just regular desktop audio, it's fine, right? But if it's specific audio capture like Discord, right, when you're streaming, it captures specifically the application. And that's where it becomes the issue. Don't know if it's a bad motherboard or a bad, sound card for the motherboard. Or it's just Asus in general. I don't know. One or the other. But I got to figure that out. But other than that, like I said, desktop audio capture, totally fine.
Okay. What we'll do is, so your show is on Wednesday? Or is it
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays? Okay.
Like I said, I gotta get like the overlay.
Yeah. I mean, we get that done later. We can do it the original way we used to have this before we had our overlay. So we can do it that way if you want to do it. But for those of you who are asking for more content aside from RGT, Tuesdays we're gonna have Red Hood. So it's gonna be Red Hood, not me. I want you guys to show the same love to him. But Tuesdays, he will be live here, and he'll be on the Overleveled podcast. So mind you, I think he's going to be doing it restreamed, even though I told him I'm against this because restream kind of screws up with quality. Usually, sometimes, it messes up with quality. But he'll be here on Tuesdays for you guys to talk about a few things. Now, granted, he's a nerd, so he might talk about PCs. No, I'm stop playing. Let me stop.
No. One of the great games that came out just recently, breaking some, like concurrent numbers.
We'll get to that. But
sure.
We'll get to that. But he'll be covering some stuff as well. He'll definitely be going over some things. He'll be talking about health related stuff. He'll be talking about gym stuff to do in the gym and all that stuff. He'll also be highlighting streamers. So that's another cool thing to do. So make sure you guys show some love to Red Hood for 20 and follow him on Twitch because he will definitely be live there as well outside of, RGT and, of course, Overleveled. All right. Now, to get back to this, Rebecca MC is in the building. Thank you very much. Good to see you. Shout out to Rebecca MC who just got her YouTube partners. Shout out to you. Happy for you.
Shout out to her. Cage going like, I only want to see Red Hood eat a cheeseburger on stream. This ain't a Big Mike stream. What are we doing?
Oh my. Well,
I'm not trying to eat no cheeseburger.
Those are shots fired. So, Red Hood, my brother, man, we've been away. How long we been away? 3 weeks? 2 weeks? Feels like 4.
Maybe 3 or 4.
Feels like 4 weeks we've been away. Lots been going on. So before we get into this content, I want to say thank you to everybody in the chat and those who have messaged me in DMs. You guys haven't known, or for those of you that are here that probably don't know, I have been going through a lot of mental stress lately. Not too long ago, we said goodbye to my dog, Miko. She had a heart condition. She passed away at 14. So we said goodbye to her. And also, I've been away on a cruise. Now, I told you guys the cruise that I'm going on is not just for the sake of fun. It's for the sake of just getting away from a lot of just energy that's just not good right now. I really want to come back here in the best state of mind so that I can drop the best content that I can and keep it consistent. It's one thing about me saying, hey, I'm back in a live stream or a video, and you guys sit here patiently, and then 3 weeks go by. It happens. Explain the brush on your chin. Hey, you leave that alone. You leave that alone, Sean. It ain't going nowhere. But I always talk about my beard. But that's how it be. I know. So that's what needed to be done. Now that we got that situated, we are here. It's a lot of stuff to cover. Me and Red Hood have missed out on. So we're gonna get into it. Red Hood. So how you feeling, brother? I mean, we've been talking about this off air for a minute. Getting stuff together, thoughts together for a lot of these things. You want to get right into the Spider-Man thing, or you want to go to something a little different? We do have some stuff we're trying to work on for that, but what do you want to do?
I mean, that's like the biggest thing for PlayStation, right? Is like the Spider-Man stuff that through Comic-Con. Because I'm trying to recall. I mean, there's some like Helldivers stuff, right?
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm like trying to think in pro stuff and
so
that, right?
Most of the stuff that's going on for PS5, aside from Spider-Man, has been hardware specific. I guess in fact, we could go right into that if you want for PS5 Pro. There is some stuff that is out there, specifications. I told you guys I won't be doing detailed specification breakdowns like I did for PS5 because, well, I kind of don't see the point of doing it. Number one. Number two, if I do the specs breakdown for this, I already know what this is going to lead to. It's going to lead to the same, Well,
let's build it up first, right? Like,
you want to build it up?
Because I know like people. Yeah, because the hardware stuff, like the smallest hardware thing was like the PlayStation earbuds, right?
Yeah.
And I like, listen, I'm the biggest like proponent of saying, dude, Sony makes some good actual quality headphones and earbuds that they don't market. But the thing is, there's a recent earbud that came out, which I only have the
85s, the XM5s.
Yeah.
That
I have the last gen models, which was the XM4s. Really good, by the way. Really good quality.
Yeah.
I'm telling people to keep their expectations in check when it comes to the PlayStation earbuds because they're not going to be the same level of quality when it comes to the new XM5s, which are like about $300.
They're $300, yeah. $300. The XM4s were around the same, I think, when they first dropped.
Yeah. They're about usually $300. They don't go down or up whenever a new generation or model like comes out. And I'm just like, dude, I tell people just get the XM5s, dude, at that point, because I'm pretty sure they'll connect to your PlayStation, your phone, and it has good quality. I wouldn't get the PlayStation earbuds, personally speaking. Just doesn't make any sense because you're not going to have that same level of quality compared to the premium model. But like I said, it's up to the consumers whether or not they want to buy that. I just think it's just the PlayStation logo and everyone's going to buy it. And I just don't personally get it. I think you just should go for a good actual wireless earbuds instead of just the logo itself.
Yeah, like in terms of aesthetics and everything for the new the little Pro or the PS5 earbuds, they look good. I like what they've done. I like how they charge and everything. It looks cool. It fits the theme of the whole space white and black trail they got going on. It's cool. Am I expecting it to like really have crazy I can't even speak. Acoustic bass and all this stuff? Not really. I do expect it to have a good sound signature, but not necessarily the top tier. Unless that price point is going to be interesting. I don't think it's going to be $300. I think it's going to be in the $150 to close to $200 price range. I don't think it's going to be $300. If it's $300, then maybe we could come back to this conversation, because you already know what's going to happen. It's going to be the comparisons between the XM5s, which is their newest thing that they're launching, plus these. So I'm expecting probably, I don't even want to say I'm expecting similar audio like the XM4. I'm expecting in between.
XM3?
Yeah, XM3 hybrids maybe in between the 4. I can see something like that with like the 3D audio integrated in this. Maybe that's what they're going to go for. And that makes about sense. That makes a lot of sense for what they will go for. So that's where I'm at with the headphones. They do look cool, but if I was to go all out, which I'm someone who likes to buy audiophile headphones, I'm definitely going to get the XM5s without a doubt. I got no problem spending $300 on those. They got built-in technology where you can like have the app on your phone to find them if you're missing one and stuff like that. So that's really, really cool. I don't think these are going to have stuff like that, but it is going to be cool to get rid of the wires. So a lot of you guys might jump on it just for the sake of jumping on it because you don't want wires. But we'll see when we get there. The one thing that I'm not hyped for, and ironically Sony has went completely silent on, is Q. The
remote play device that looks like, honestly, like I said, is literally your PlayStation controller that they like cut the ends and then just put a tablet in between.
Yeah.
Where the touchpad used to be, right? Like, I don't see any need for a remote play device. I think is not going to sell well. I think the Logitech wireless streaming device is also garbage.
Yeah.
And like streaming to me is nowhere near like where it should be. And this is a remote play device, even like different than the streaming devices that like all these freaking companies put out. It's like, dude, just go get a Steam Deck.
Yeah.
And that is like native hardware. You could do whatever you want on it, basically. Emulations, all that stuff, and even PlayStation games, Xbox games, and I can't name another company, but you guys know the gist of it, right? I think the Steam Deck offers a lot of value.
So,
I just don't see this really that good, and them trying to market this as a companion device is, to me, not that great, right?
Yeah, it's
That's
very
just
limited.
Me. So, some people might like it.
Yeah.
Hey, man, go for it. Not my cup of tea, not my flavor. But if people like it and it just sells gangbusters, which I don't expect it to, I'll be shocked if it does.
Yeah.
But like I said, to me, it's useless. It's a waste of money for R&D that they should just be putting somewhere else.
Oh, yeah. I would definitely put this towards a game studio. You know what I mean? The amount that you put towards this something. But, I mean, again, it is what it is. Looking at it, are you still on the fence that this thing's probably going to be the $300 price range? Because that's why I have a gut feeling it's going to be in the $300 price range.
I don't know, dude. Anything could be possible. I would not, be shocked if it's expensive.
Yeah, I'm on that. I'm with you on that. I'm like, dude, this thing might be... I don't think this thing's going to touch that the cheap initial sell point. I don't think it's going to be $250. That's for damn sure. I think it's going to be $300. So there's Q. We talked about that. We talked about the little headphones. Cool. So Ratchet and Clank finally has been released on PC, and like me and you already suspected, we were going to get a lot of videos. We're going to get a lot of comments in regards to it. A lot of people are immediately looking at the load times between PS5 and PC. PS5 is running this on an SSD. The comparisons that we saw for the most part have been running on just standard hard drives, which was the big argument against this being achievable on PC, which a lot of people thought. No, it can run on a PC. Yeah, you'll have your load times because it's running on a standard hard drive, but it is... still can run no problem on a PC. If you play it with an SSD, load times were like what? I think it was like a few seconds behind on
I don't
PC.
know. I didn't get to see the video, but I know people were like running with the narrative it can't run on a hard drive, where it's like they test the PS4 hard drive speed, right? Which it doesn't run well, right?
Yeah.
But with the higher hard drive speeds, it runs like
pretty damn
right.
pretty
good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Because like there's other things like it compensates for it, and that's the thing. It's like like it's pretty misleading when people say, "Oh, it can't run on a hard drive." It can. It's just not that specific speed for the PS4 hard drive.
Yeah.
So, but it can absolutely run on a hard drive. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
I just think overall, though, it's the whole, marketing for PS5. It's marketing at the end of the day. Like, did they talk about comparing it to the PS4? Yeah, they didn't. Like, Insomniac didn't say about the PC thing, but there are the fanboys that were saying it can't run on a PC.
Yeah.
Like, I don't blame Insomniac at all. Yeah, but the fanboys were perpetuating that, which was dumb overall.
Yeah. Every game that's made on PlayStation 5 starts off on a PC. That's how it works. They're all PCs. So don't know where people are getting that narrative from at all. I will say, though, the PS4 thing, I know Jack was heavily, he thought this could run on a PS4. And I wouldn't. No. He got attacked for it, but again, I get where he was coming from because there wasn't a whole lot really being done if you played Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, aside from the instantaneous loading. That was pretty much it. Wasn't a whole lot much more different than what we got. Game is great. Game is really, really good. It's got some side, activities you can do. You can get a good amount of playtime out of Ratchet and Clank. I beat that game in, record time. And platinumed it. It didn't take that much time to platinum. So the story is not that long in Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, for those of you that haven't played it. It's not a very, very long story. But the content on the side is what you're really going to be playing to keep you busy in terms of, like, going from point A, planet to planet, do this, that, and third, and then the challenge areas. So, it's got that going for it. But as far as the PC comparison, I mean, Red Hood, man, here we go. Here we go, man. We're getting to this trend here where more and more and more games are on PC from PlayStation, and many people are asking, is it kind of worth an investment to get into a PS5 Pro and all this stuff with the way things have been going? I would say if you really want a hardware boost, again, we'll get into that in a second. We do have some specifications, so we're not going to go into PS5 Pro yet, but a lot of people are thinking that it's not really worth investing in the console gaming as much. I would say it's worth investing if you don't want to be late to the party. You know what I mean? Sony's definitely got that at least going for them. You wait like a year, maybe two for a release. I mean, if you don't want to wait, then sure, get it, play it, have fun. But I personally think, it's, consoles will have their purpose still going forward. It's just things are going to change a lot more drastically now, especially with the whole Microsoft and Activision deal now pretty much being finished. If I remember correctly, that's pretty much done. They pretty much got the studio, and we'll talk about that as well. But how you feel about this? About, just the state of games going to PC and how PlayStation's kind of been silent and hasn't really said much. Go ahead.
They want, like, as a company, you want to have as much money in your bank account as possible, right? So, like, you're going to want to put your game out to as many platforms as possible, as well as, like, PlayStation strategy is, like, delayed releases, right? Because they also want people to go into their PlayStation ecosystem, but they also realize that most PC gamers will not go into the PlayStation ecosystem. So, and I know, like, there's an argument that a lot of fanboys use, and not, saying everybody. Fans are very different than fanboys, saying, hey, man, it's a fail. This is a fail. That's a fail. Look at the amount of players. But the thing is, they're not marketing the game for their PC ports. But why would they? Because guess what? Throughout all the sales that'll happen in the future, they're going to gain a lot of money as a result. I also feel like pricing, big problem when it comes to their PC launches. It's like $60, $10 off of when it was $70 on a PlayStation 5, and now it's $60 a couple years later. That is not good at all. Honestly, it should be like $40, maybe $30. Putting out $60, you're going to make people want to wait until there's an actual discount on the price, right?
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, they're also not marketing it, which I'm not going to disagree with that, because why, invest more money into the marketing aspect of things, right?
Yeah.
So
it's definitely a weird strat.
that'll bring down the budget cost for marketing. So throughout the number of years, it'll get back and make a profit. But coming from like people said, this is why PlayStation shouldn't put their games on PC, this, that, and the third. I'm like, dude, they're going to continue bringing their games to PC. It is what it is, right?
Yep.
So my thing is, I don't understand when people go, well, this is an issue and we just want exclusively on one platform to make ourselves feel special. It's like, wouldn't you want it to go to as many platforms as possible in order to justify getting another sequel?
Yeah.
That's what I think. But like, hey man, other people have different takes on that.
A lot of gamers understand that mindset that you just brought up. It's just a small vocal minority that think they speak for everyone. And the thing is, that mindset of just locking it behind this, it's not benefiting the game whatsoever. Look at Days Gone. Days Gone was rated as a failure by itself, just from sales alone, from what they said. It didn't do their expectations. The PC re-release of it actually has more eyes on it and more people talking about Days Gone. It helps.
Well, I wanted to say Days Gone is a little bit different situation because if we heard about there was an actual like internal struggle within the studio, right?
Yep.
There was a section of the team that wanted to make Days Gone 2, which was also going to be a like multiplayer-esque game, and then the other wanted to create a brand new IP. So the other team somehow won and kicked out the other regime, right? So I think that's a bit different. But like I said, though, it gives more opportunities for a potential sequel if a game gets as many sales as possible. Yeah. Now, argument could be made, is 2 years too long? It's a possibility.
It's possible.
Honestly, you could say a year could be more sufficient, or 6 months. I'm not in the PlayStation boardroom meeting or anything like that, but I would suggest doing 6 months or a year. Or dude, if it was my personal opinion, I would make it day and day. But everyone would hate me for doing something like that. People would be like, "Get this man off the damn podcast for trying to say
you got someone
PlayStation
already.
Exclusives day and day." Listen, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I would fucking go over the moon. I'll be like, dude, I don't need my PlayStation no more. Just got my gaming PC and everything like that.
Yeah.
But,
aside from what I just said, about it, technical issues were a big thing for Days Gone. That's due to hardware limitations, because I remember after the February 20th reveal, they pretty much said then a month after release, the console was already maxed out. So, I mean, they were already limited for what they could do, and versus what we saw running on, I guess, the dev kit at the PlayStation's E3 with that crazy orchestra, whatever the case may be. But, it's a different time. Sony's definitely more in line to put stuff everywhere. As far as pricing is concerned, that right there, I look at it as a give and take. It's like part of a weird strat for them. The strat is like, okay, we'll keep the price, the same here, right? Just to keep people going, you know what? Hey, you can still get it here on the PlayStation cheaper. Try to drive that type of point across, or you can pay this amount and get all the bells and whistles, which, don't get me wrong, nobody has no problem doing. But if it's a game that's been out for, let's say, 4 years, 5 years, it definitely hits. It's going to hurt the sales. No ifs or buts about it. It's going to hurt the sales. A lot of people need to understand that. You're not going to go into GameStop and pay $60 for Modern Warfare 2 on your PlayStation 4. Are you? No, of course not. You're not going to go into GameStop and buy the Order 1886 at full price when you know that game's been in the bargain bin for $7 for how long now? So it goes like that. Like, a lot of people are not going to do this, and that's what Sony needs to understand. There's the PC community is definitely the most picky, but at the same time, they're the most vocal. They don't go to Twitter though. They don't speak. They don't let it know on Twitter. They let it know right there in the part that counts, and that's the sales. They won't buy it.
Yeah, PC gamers, like you said, they're very selective about a game. But if a game's good, they'll buy it, right?
Yep.
Like, there's always this notion that all PC gamers pirate games, and that's not true. Do some PC gamers pirate games? Sure.
Yep.
Right? But if a game is of quality and up to the standards, it's going to be supported, right? Like Elden Ring was like had so many players, right? Hogwarts Legacy, granted, I didn't really care for the game, had so many players, and now Baldur's Gate 3 has like 500,000 players, concurrent players.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right,
yeah, it's a success. Crazy.
So
success.
if a game is good and is up to the standards, and there's no microtransactions, and it has a good like gameplay loop as well as story, bro, people are gonna buy it. It's as simple as that, right?
Yep.
It's like there's this weird narrative that always happens, and it gets proven time and time again to be false. So, just kind of dumb where people like run with that narrative for PC gaming.
Yeah, you'll never escape it because everybody immediately goes to the same trends. With it, it's not gonna go away. You're hoping for it to go away. It's not gonna go away. It's gonna be the same thing over and over. Sorry about that. It's my fun. But as far as I guess the future is concerned, you know, I'm more surprised by, even though I think I've already said this on the last episode. I'm not sure, but I'm more shocked that Ghost of Tsushima hasn't made its way to PC yet. That was the big one I was expecting to drop. So I'm guessing they're waiting for the reveal of whatever Sucker Punch is working on to release that on PC. Because you notice Ratchet goes to PC. It's announced for PC or whatever, and it's confirmed and all that stuff once the Spider-Man hype started to take off. You know, once you saw the Spider-Man gameplay reveal, and then Insomniac started getting more in the news. Then it's like, okay, guys, we're going to strike that word at top. We're going to go, hey, Ratchet and Clank, it's going to be there. So
yeah. I think that they'll probably wait till the announcement, right? Like, I could see it, like the PC port happening next year. I was hoping it for this year.
Yeah.
I'm now probably thinking it'll be next year that'll come out then. I don't know if they're going to even have another PC port this year. It's at this point, like, what other games can they really put out? Because I don't think they're going to put out just like random games. I don't think Infamous Second Son is going to go on PC.
And that's a heartbreak. That's heartbreaking.
Order 1886.
Right, that's heartbreaking because Ready at Dawn really wanted to make a sequel to The Order 1886. I think this would have been an ample opportunity to get more hype into that game. A lot of people who hate on that game haven't actually given it a shot. I think if you would have played it, you would understand that the game, yeah, it's limited. It has its issues. Yes, it's not perfect.
The biggest problem with it, right? And
it's the boss fights. It's the boss fights.
Well, that, and also, dude, I'm not gonna lie, bro. And this game came out when I was in high school, so I was saving my money up, $60 for it, and then when I bought it and played it, I was like, yo, that was it. I paid $60. I was saving my money, my high school job for this shit. So I mean, I feel like I guess other people had a different reaction as an adult playing it, but when I'm a freaking senior in high school saving up money for that game, bro, I was just like, dude, come on. Bloodborne was different. Like, I was like, damn, bro, I played that game. I was like, I got my money's worth. I didn't feel like that. Granted, other people do feel that they got their money's worth when it came to the Order 1886.
Yeah.
But like, listen, I think the aesthetic for Order 1886 is great.
It holds up amazing.
But the issue within it was, the boss fights were not that good. And wasn't the boss fights really just QTEs?
It was literally QTEs. You had to move. You had to press up, down, at like in like these QTE like fashions, kind of like Callisto Protocol, I guess you can say. You know, you had to do like that whole dance thing, that turn-based thing, and then you got to hit them. It was kind of like that.
Man, you're bringing up the
I know.
You heard about their layoffs, dude. That game ain't getting a sequel either. The game is not even getting a sequel.
And that's unfortunate because now I think about it, that game, it had some of the best gore, has some of the best like graphics we've seen, but it's like, damn, it's horrible that it's come to this. You know what I mean? The game looks that good and it just performs that worse. And we're not gonna get a sequel. We're not gonna see that team probably again. And this is the guys who gave you Dead Space. They made a whole new IP, and that kind of is gonna flow again. I'm gonna save this because that kind of goes into the PS5 Pro discussion. But just coming back here for a second here, I'm just shocked. To be honest with you, I'm shocked that we don't see those games. Infamous Second Son would benefit a hell of a lot more than a lot of people realize. If it was on a PC release, it would have had a lot more eyes on it. You guys would have already seen an update for the next iteration in that game period. You would have had some updates. You're not getting that.
Dude,
So I don't know.
Cold take, man. Ice cold.
Go ahead.
Bro, I'd rather get First Light over Infamous Second Son on PC.
You know, and that's actually not a cold take. A lot of people
Wait,
love.
No, that is a cold take.
No, it's not. A lot of people like.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
Hot take.
Okay.
Hot take means like
I know,
no one agrees
no
with
one
it.
agrees.
Cold take basically means like everyone agrees with you. That's what I mean by cold take. First Light. Everyone would rather play First Light, maybe even PS5 and PC over the actual main game itself.
You know what it
First
was,
Light
though?
was just a way better game than Second Son. I didn't care for Second Son. I think it's the weakest out of all the Infamous games. I think Infamous 1 is a better game than Second Son. I think Infamous 2 is a better game than Second Son. I think First Light is a better game than Second Son.
Yeah.
But that's just me, though.
I mean, I get why you would say that. I mean, because all pretty much, was it Dualsense? Dualsense?
Yeah.
All Dualsense was just a rogue, like from X-Men. He was basically rogue. He like absorbs your powers and he can do what you do type of thing. You know, the particle effects and everything like that of that nature look amazing, but once they gave you the powers of Fetch and First Light, it kind of just made you go, yeah, who wants to play as Dualsense again with all these powers you got as Fetch? And Fetch is overall more relatable character. You know what I mean? Like, I thought a lot of people were picking the good ending for Dualsense. Me, I'm over here picking the bad ending because I'm like, bro, that just fits him better. Him killing everybody at the end. I thought that would just fit his like edgy like style. But again, a lot of people thought, and I didn't think, I really didn't think they did a good job with the morality system in Second Son.
Oh, dude, I think
didn't
the
matter.
morality system was like amazing in 1 and 2, right? Like,
yeah.
Honestly, like the storyline, like in Second Son, just to me wasn't that awesome.
Yeah.
But Infamous 1, I think it's hard. Which one I would say had the better story was 1 or 2. But I love the twist in 1 so much. With the main villain was Kelson, right? I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
And you find out who it is. I'm not gonna spoil it. Granted, it's a very old game that everyone should play.
Mm-hmm.
But like when you find out that reveal, it's Kelser.
Yep.
Like you're like, dude, what? And you're like shocked
I know
that actually happened. And I was like, I love that like storyline and that actual like plot twist, and like seeing how like the main villain had the motivations he had. I was just like,
yeah.
I love that game. I think that story was awesome. Like, don't get me wrong, PlayStation, if you were to remake that game, Sucker Punch, I'm saying I got no qualms for you to just remake that thing. But yeah, dude, I like Infamous 1. I like
it's stuck. It's stuck on PS3. That's the thing. It's one of those games that's prisoner on PS3. It's like Metal Gear Solid 4. Now I'm hoping Metal Gear Solid 4 gets out of that prison with the remasters going around for Metal Gear after Snake Eater. That's getting the remake. So I'm hoping that we get that out that prison. But I don't know if they can make it happen. I don't know. We'll see. But hopefully we get it. What's up, Hoffman? But I'm not really sure if we're gonna get these games out of those prisons. To go a little further though, with games that honestly I'm more surprised. And yeah, it is 9 years. It's been 9 years since we saw Infamous.
Whoa! You got Sean calling us old, bro. Dude, I'm 27, bro. What?
Yeah, we were
Still a young lad. Come on now, man's like making it seem like I'm an old man that needs a cane to freaking help me walk. Come on, bro.
Hey, man, I'm getting
not
closer.
there yet.
I'm getting closer and closer to that. I'll be 31 this month. So.
Oh man.
Getting closer and
Going
closer.
downhill, right when you hit 31, it's like knees start hurting. You wake up, your back's hurting.
Got the Transformer knees out of left field. Roll out. Anyway, so we got that happening. What was I about to say? I I still got my hopes high for Resistance because they need shooters. SOCOM as well. They need shooters. So I don't really think
you gotta stop it, dog. I gotta help you, dog. This is an intervention.
No.
Bro, give it up.
No.
It's over.
No, I'll never. No.
Bro, it's over, dog. Like, come on, bro.
Big Cloud's
they're not going to.
Big Cloud doesn't retreat. Big Cloud doesn't surrender.
Listen, I think Insomniac
Spartan
will make a multiplayer game, and it's not Resistance. There you go.
This guy.
It's gonna be a brand new IP.
Oh, no.
Watch it, bro. I'm just saying, dude. I don't think you're gonna get those old IPs like Resistance or Killzone to come back. I just don't.
It sucks that you're saying that, and there's a good chance that might not be the case. But at the same time, we might still.
Watch the PlayStation 6 comes, and you're just like, dude, it's gonna happen, guys. Resistance 6 is happening, and everyone's like, big.
I mean, well, here's the thing.
Come on, bro.
Here's the thing. If they already have, if they legit have, well, Microsoft obviously, but Microsoft having Activision, Call of Duty, and everything, they're going to need their own shooters in the spectrum. I'm not saying.
They're gonna have their own shooters.
One is not going to
be brand new IP shooters.
I don't know. I don't know if how that's going to translate. Because the last game they showed that was service based had everybody pissed off, and it was Foam Stars, and we know what Foam Stars is.
Whoa. You say that, and then you know what's the funny thing is, like at that show floor, what was it, the Jeff show? A lot of people liked it actually.
Really?
Shockingly, yeah.
They liked Foam Stars.
Look that shit up. They liked Foam Stars.
You're bullshit.
I wouldn't play.
They actually like Foam Stars.
They actually liked it. Yes, they did. When they
wow.
played
So
it.
they liked Splatoon. Okay. Well, that might do something. I'm shocked. Okay, but you had that.
Definitely not a game for me though.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna see me playing Foam Star unless I get some money under the table. They say Red Hood stream this game. I'd be like, all right, guys, you're going to have my hat backwards, know something's up, and then you'll be seeing me go crazy at that game. And then I'll say, hey, man, amazing game.
I'm shocked.
Turn off the stream, take the hat, put it back, like regular, like my hat position, and then you're going to know.
Well, if that does well. No, you know what's funny? If that does well, I can see PlayStation All-Stars, too.
Oh, Big Cloud!
I can see it. I can see it. No, because listen, if they hit lightning, for the record, I wasn't over the moon for PlayStation All Stars. I thought it had potential, but the roster was shaky. Okay, it didn't have Crash, it didn't have Spyro, it had a bunch of just characters from third parties that weren't really first party, but more than likely, you probably would see a part 2 to that. More than likely, if they were to take a risk, because I don't know. I don't think PlayStation All Stars it failed them. I think it did pretty well.
I don't know, bro. I don't remember, bro.
Yeah, I don't remember them ever talking about sales figures or anything for that game or nothing like that. So I don't know if it did good or if it did bad, but you might see it. I don't know. Oh shit!
Dude. We're coming in with high hopes.
I know,
and that is never gonna happen.
Yeah.
Let's go in with low expectations, and you'll never be disappointed.
Yeah. Real talk, Donald, I'm surprised we don't have nothing like that for Astrobot. It's a good character. It's a good platform type of character for them. He's already pretty much synonymous with him now that he is kind of looked at as a mascot. So I'm not surprised you don't. Well, I am surprised you don't have him in that type of like spectrum for the game. I'm surprised by that, but that's just me. I am surprised by that. Siphon Filter was trademarked by PlayStation. Not sure what that's going to lead to, but we know they got the trademark for that. So we do know that that's still kind of up in the air for him. Silent Hill, Red Hood, are you still hyped for this? Are you worried about this? Silent Hill.
Who's the developer?
What was that studio? Studio was the ones that do. I forgot. Was it Blue? Wasn't Blue Point? Was it? Not Blue Point. Was it? No, not Blue Point.
I'm doing this on purpose. I'll say it's Bloober.
Yeah, Bloober.
But I call them Blooper. Because that game ain't gonna be good.
Wait,
come on, man.
You still on this fence? They can't make a good game?
Yeah, bro. Medium.
What?
Witch.
All right,
Come
okay.
on, bro.
All right, Blair
what are we doing?
Blair Witch had potential.
The medium.
You got me on that. Yeah, you got me.
No one excited for this game. I'm sorry.
You got me on that one.
No one should be hyping up that studio. They got so much to prove.
Yikes.
That I literally have like my expectations are to the bottom of the floor. I'm gonna be honest. When it comes to that studio,
you got them below.
Yeah, it's dude. They're not good. It's like if I'm being honest with myself, they don't have the potential. The only good thing about it is getting the composer on board for the game, and that'll probably be the best aspect is the music. Other than that, my expectations are so low, and I don't expect that game to be that great.
I'll be
shocked. I will be shocked if they actually make a generally good game for the remake. If they do, hey man, I'll give them their flowers. But right now, they're like 0-4.
All right.
0-2, whatever.
So
0-3. I don't know, man. All their games
this is where I'm
going
to
get
get
good.
you. This is where I'm going to get you, and everybody in the chat's probably going to come at you too because you said the same thing not too long ago about Capcom. Remember when Capcom was in when Capcom was in that downward spiral, you said Capcom should just sell the PlayStation because they're done.
What? I never even said that. Guys,
what?
Big Hot is just creating chaos right now. You guys can go to any clip or episode of RGT, and I never ever said that.
I don't think it was on RGT. I think you said it in the Discord.
No, I didn't.
You said it's in Discord.
I'm not that dumb enough to say something like that.
Oh, okay.
The only thing I've ever said about the situation was at one point Capcom was going broke, and they were putting out games that weren't good consistently. Right? They were at a point with Street Fighter V, Resident Evil 6, and the list goes on, right? And it was getting to the point that they might sell. And I was like, but then you see that the quality went up with Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8, Resident Evil 2 remake, Resident Evil 3 remake, Resident Evil 4 remake.
Yeah.
Right? Devil May Cry 5. And they're putting out banger after banger. Exo Primal. Listen, we don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that.
Put that into the
you know what's funny?
Never be found ever again.
Let me pause you right there. They put resources into XO Primal before they put resources to making a Dino Crisis remake.
Listen,
who thought that was a good idea? I don't know. What? This would have been a time to bring back dinosaurs. You got zombies already looking gruesome. You got your gore physics on point with Resident Evil 2 and everything. Why in God's name do I not see Dino Crisis and Regina? Why don't I see it? Why am I not seeing this? And I guarantee you they can make that shit scary. I guarantee you they can. Man, look. People think Jurassic Park was scary when they first saw it when they were younger. Bro, y'all read the book. The book was 5 times more scarier. But I'm telling you right now, all they got to do is go to that type of source material, that type of sense of dread. Dino Crisis would be the next level. It would be that. You know, everything. I would be all in. Add some new mechanics, dodge mechanics, all that stuff. Better crafting system. The weapons, you know, all that stuff. It would be fire. I'd be all in. I'll probably get rid of some of the puzzles. That game did have some puzzles that were a little annoying, but anyway. What am I talking about? But that should have been it. But anyway, go ahead. Continue to cook. You saying Dino Crisis.
I don't even know anymore, bro.
You said
Exo Primal don't count, dog. All right? Right? Dragon Dogma 2 looking like it's going to be heat. Yeah. So can't wait for that.
Wasn't another
like
game?
I said, they got, was it Pragmata or whatever?
Yeah, that's it. Pragmata.
Yeah, and then Resident Evil 9. And,
so
the next
is 9 going to be his daughter, or is it a whole new family?
I mean, it's supposed to be Chris. It's supposed to be in between the ending of 8 and then when you see Rose as a whatever, like
an
what
adult.
is she, like 17 or 18 at that point?
Oh yeah, like
in between that timeline.
Okay. So that is going to be interesting. Yeah.
It's supposed to be more horror-based, supposedly illusions. Like
they say that it might turn into Call of Duty, like
whoa,
like what's his name did at the end
listen.
of 8. Yeah.
All I will say, I have faith, bro. I like Resident Evil Village.
I did too.
I like 4 remake. I like 2 remake, 3 remake. Whatever.
3 we don't really talk about 3. 3 was cool.
I don't think it's terrible.
Yeah, we don't it doesn't hold a candle to what was set for 2. I just put it like that.
To
it's
be
not
fair,
on the
it's a
same
different
level
development team, right? It's, the team that did 2 remake did 4 remake. And I would assume we'll do the 5 remake. So
unless they're bouncing back and forth, and 5 is going to be done by the same team that did 3.
No,
you know,
because technically that team was originally doing RE4 remake, and then they kicked them off.
Oh, okay. So
and put the RE2 team to work on RE4 remake.
So how you feeling about 5? Because it looks like everything's been. I mean, I think now we can talk about it. It's a proper reset. A lot of people were given, a lot of people didn't like how Ada was portrayed. A lot of people were talking about that, but I thought
my thing is we're gonna have to find out when it comes to the DLC. When it comes to separate ways, right? Like then you'll give your final verdict on whether or not you think she's good or not. Yeah. I did not think she was terrible.
Yeah,
I did not think she was good. I needed to see more. She barely had screen time to be fair.
She was technically okay. So a lot of the scenes that you were kind of like anticipating, like some of the crazy acrobatic stuff that Ada does in the original, you were expecting is completely done. It's more realistic, so it's not like that. She's not like this gun-ho silent assassin type of person at all. She's more withdrawn and kind of like conflicted on what she wants to do, and you see that at the end of the game where she makes that decision. She's like, yeah, about this virus, I don't think I'm gonna give it to you. Let's just go this way. So I'm guessing they're going towards a more of a redemption story for Ada, because the original timeline, she didn't really have one.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly, she just died unceremoniously. So 5 is probably gonna be well, I think we can already say it's not going to have no online co-op. Thank God. Hopefully it doesn't have that. But
I don't think so.
Yeah, but I expect the AI companion this time around to be much more helpful. I expect us to not.
When they announce I think when they announce the online co-op, some people will be mad, but I think it'll be for the best. Yeah. That is my thing, because it's like, the co-op thing when it comes down to horror games just never tends to work out well, right?
Yep.
So I'm in that like camp where it's like, dude, I don't need horror games to have co-op. I know some people like that. I personally don't like that. I think it like is a detriment to like a lot of horror games.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen like a really good horror game that does it well.
Yeah.
When it comes to it, like Dead Space 3 tried to do it, didn't work, and it's like, and then like, because I remember when they put an emphasis on the second main character. And like you see more horror aspects through his vision, but Isaac not really. You don't see it. Which is kind of dumb.
That's true. I'm more shocked by that as well. But again, it's a good time to be a Resident Evil fan. Games are looking great. I'm excited. And shout out to Capcom who watches. So we appreciate y'all over here. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with the next ones. So I think I prolonged this a little. It's prolonged a little long enough. Let's talk about this PS5 Pro situation. So, specs did get leaked, but keep in mind, not everything got leaked for this. I'm just going to put it in short. Let's go ahead and bring that up here. 1 second. Courtesy of Tom Henderson. Tom Henderson has been on point, so keep that in mind. The code name for this thing is Trinity. Yes. Trinity. They love using Matrix names, so that's the name of the Pro. It's gonna have 30 WGP and about 18,000 MTS memory. So for those of you wondering what that pretty much is going to translate into, 30 WGPs is basically 60 compute units for the GPU. Right now you have access to about 36 on PS5. So this is already going to make it, it's going to make it a pretty substantial in terms of improvement, about 2 times the improvement. But here's the downside. We don't know the clock speed. That was not mentioned at all. So it's kind of impossible to calculate how much performance you're going to get out of Pro versus what you got right now, PS5 right now. But I would suspect about 2 times of it. You know what I mean? Like double. I would expect that. As far as everything else that was talked about with this, pretty much everything else carries over. They are reportedly looking to have an improved, consistent FPS at 4K resolution, so they are doing that. That's their plans are. But apparently there's a new performance mode that they're going for, which is 8K resolution and accelerated ray tracing. Now, here's where I have my, this is where I take the tinfoil hat off and I just come at you guys as a realist, as someone who's experienced these consoles with you. And Red Hood knows what I'm about to say because it's going to come down to this anyway. All this sounds amazing on paper, but I don't think it's going to translate into much change into what we already been receiving for games. If you guys remember, I told you guys back when PS5 was first shown, 1440p 60 should have been the way to go out the gate. It is achievable on the box. It has been proven to be achievable on the box. You have multiple games running at high performance and at great resolutions. The fact that they're already talking about 8K resolution and performance modes already kind of overshadows the fact that they're going to have performance modes. I don't expect this system to offer every single game across the board 60 FPS at like 4K or even 1440. Yeah, I don't expect that whatsoever.
So their cards aren't even equivalent to a 4090, right?
Yeah.
So they're not going to be able to achieve that.
Yep.
And the thing is, like, I agree in the sense, like, the games that you are talking about are like cross-gen games, right? Mm-hmm. Because now, like, you can argue whether or not the games are being fully optimized. Like Star Wars Jedi Survivor, for instance, is not a fully optimized game.
Yep.
So it's like you blame that one on the devs, but we need to see more and more when these first-party studios have the box and see what base PS5 does, right? Because I have a sneaky suspicion it will be 1080p 60.
You know?
I think that will happen, and then I think the Pro will just be pushing 1440p 60, depending on the settings of the game, texture-wise, like some games at 4K 60.
Yeah, because you remember we were on a right track, so to speak. Even Ratchet and Clank had this option. It was the performance ray tracing mode. Remember that? It was the mix of both. That mode disappeared afterwards. Like, you don't see it no more. You only saw it in Spider-Man Remastered, Miles Morales, Ratchet and Clank, and that's it. You didn't see it in Demon's Souls. You didn't see it in any of the other titles that were releasing. Not even mentioned for Spider-Man 2. We do know it's going to have a performance mode. I mean, it's a first-party title. It's going to have one, but there's no mention of a performance ray tracing mode at all. And that's kind of a big deal and something to not gloss over. I'm surprised that's not talked about. So
yeah, I don't know. They might announce it in their Game Informer, I would assume. Like promotion, because I think the next cover for Game Informer will be Spider-Man 2. That's what I think for September it would be, because the game launches in October. That I think you'll get more info on whether or not it will have performance ray tracing or not, or native ray tracing, and then that's that. I got no clue whether or not that is something that they're going to end up doing or not. Yeah. I do think Insomniac is PlayStation's best studio. I do think.
Oh, now you agree.
They deserve a lot. I've been saying.
No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
I was gonna say, dog, there's a person I know that because you guys were arguing which one had the better, like which one was the best studio. I go about it like, dude, Insomniac has been carrying PlayStation. I feel like that's very self-evident with the amount of games that they've been putting out for the box.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know, man. I'm not gonna say it's not gonna have it, like, until they announce it. Right?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to speculate for that, but I don't see it because of just the scope, like the overall broad scope of Spider-Man 2. It's a bigger map this time around. It's 2 sections. It's not, just one part. Yeah, it's 2 times this. I don't expect the performance ray tracing mode at all.
And like graphically, which we'll go into, like the story trailer looks better than the actual demo that they showed at the PlayStation Showcase.
Yeah, that was an early build. They confirmed it was an early build.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. A lot of people were like, oh, no, it's not. And I'm like, dude, honestly, there were like theories that build was like like since last year that they were supposed to show that off. I don't know if that's true, but they did confirm it was an old build of the game, and they even said at the story trailer that this is still not the final build of the game.
Yeah, it's basically they all but confirmed it with the Comic-Con trailer where they show Venom and kind of alluded to Venom being playable in this game. That's kind of what's been going around. There's a lot of theories going around.
Would I love Venom to be playable? Don't get me wrong, Big Cloud. I would love it. But we gotta keep expectations in check, because dude, what would happen if people are like, dude, we're gonna play as Venom? Absolutely. And then when you get to the game, you're like, what the heck? These YouTubers were telling me that we were gonna play as Venom, and it didn't happen. Yep. And then they'll blame it on Insomnia. Would I love it?
Yeah.
Yes. Do I think you're gonna be playing as Venom the whole time? No. Do I think it'll be like less than 10%? Probably. But do I think it's a guarantee to play as him? No. I would love for it to be playable, right? But I'm not going to just like hope that it's going to be a thing. Yeah. Because like, I don't know. I'll be setting myself up.
It'd be cool to see who it is, though. Like, I mean, obviously we know it's more likely.
Come on, everyone knows at this
point.
It's
pretty much, I know we know what it is.
Because everyone keeps saying like, "Oh, it's Kraven." Man, I keep having conversations with people. Please explain to me how that dichotomy of the symbiote and Kraven will work. Kraven does not know Peter Parker personally. He just doesn't, right? The whole dichotomy for the symbiote and the host as Venom the character.
They all one mind. They all know each other. Yeah.
They all know, right? And the host dislike Peter Parker personally. Like they know him personally. Yep. Kraven does not know Peter personally. That's the whole point. That's supposed to be like a friendship dichotomy or somebody that just strongly hates that person. Kraven doesn't know Peter Parker. They're not going to be best friends throughout the story.
Yep.
Harry absolutely makes sense.
Yeah. From what we saw with the whole with the trailer at Comic-Con, I mean, they're pretty much showing you the bits and pieces of what happened, I guess, after the Connor scene in Miles Morales. Remember how like it shows you through Harry's perspective. He's waking up in the back of the thing. He's like, get him out of there. He's been there too long. And then, you know, we know what happens afterwards. Eventually, Connors transforms into a mutated version of the Lizard, and we're going to fight him and try to get him because he knows Harry is going to die. So he knows the full extent of what's going on with Harry. But it's going to be interesting to see. More likely, Harry is going to bite the big one, and it's going to go away. And then this is going to lead Norman into becoming the Goblin at the end.
I love how you're finally taking my ideas, because I've been saying it for a long time. I do think Harry will die at the end of the game, and that will lead Norman to become the Green Goblin. How do you know Venom won't? Bro, I just literally explained why Venom won't be Kraven. It just doesn't make sense. Then people brought up to me, I think one time on a Twitter discussion, people were like, dude, Harry's not big enough. Bro,
it doesn't matter. The whole point
it doesn't matter, because the host and the suit, it can change depending on the person. Flash Thompson, Venom is not big or bulky. Flash Thompson had the most control over the symbiote, and he made it to how small or thin the symbiote suit looked like, right? Mm-hmm. When it came down to Peter, kind of like similar, it's subconsciously that he's not trying to go like, oh, I'm going to be a big like monster. Like he can't do that because he's a hero. Yeah. Right.
And the suit, that's why it kind of just like molds to it. It looks more like an advanced suit rather than looking like a terrifying monster. But if you guys remember the trailer or the gameplay reveal, y'all remember after the whole scene where he's pissed off at Miles because Miles couldn't stop the Lizard from getting away, and he's like, "Hey, go back to the city. I'll handle this." He's like, "Hey, he's got big teeth done in his eyes. If y'all pay attention to the eyes, it did the Venom. It did the Venom look. It transformed to Venom." And he says, "So do I." So there are ways they go about it for Peter versus everybody else. But the Venom, again, it's all about learning. The symbiote is just learning so much more from Peter, like it would for Eddie. What it learned from Eddie is just more personal stuff about Peter. That's what it learned about it. And it molded with him better because, again, his pure hatred for Peter. Mm-hmm. And that's why it became Venom. we're your Venom. We're going to kill you. And that's where we have arguably one of the greatest villains of all time there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm excited for the game. It's going to be great. They announced, finally, they did what we were talking about, a collector's edition for PlayStation 5. They did a custom side plates also. They're sellable. Now, Blaze brought up an interesting conversation off air about this, but he said, now, I'm going to give him his flowers because he did say we would get custom plates. He did bring that up, but here's the thing about these custom plates. We're about to get a PS5 Slim.
Yeah.
So are these plates
and Pro.
And
I
Pro.
made the argument, I believe, when I was on Crossfire, and I said, what's gonna happen? Like, let's say theoretically you wanted to get a Pro, and you have these plates, right? Because we're hearing the Slim is gonna have it's just gonna be digital, right? And you could opt in to buy a detachable disk drive, right?
Yeah.
So then how's that going to work? And then how's it going to work when the Pro, I would assume, has a disk drive, and it might be bigger or not? Who knows? Maybe they'll keep the plates the same, and then that'll be a perfect solution. But when it comes down to that, then do people have to buy the Slim model and say, hopefully these plates are going to be the same size and it'll fit on the Slim, right? And hopefully the actual console itself gets smaller, but the plates are still the same and they'll actually fit the same. That's what I hope for PlayStation fans, that goes that route. If not, that's gonna suck.
Yeah. And also, I think once we get into the Pro unit, I think they're probably just going to axe the idea altogether about plates. Unless there's some more, unless it's going to look virtually kind of the same, but that's kind of not, that hasn't really been Sony's MO when it comes to console designs. They always make it look more, sleek in many ways. So I don't know how it's going to play a factor.
Okay, so a lot of people are saying Tom Henderson isn't always right. Is there a time where he was wrong, always wrong, or majority of the time wrong? Because it seems like he's always right. Right? God of War Collector's Edition, he was right. The Q model, he was right.
Mm-hmm.
So the monitors, he was right with. The headphones, he was right with. So,
I mean, yeah, I can understand. I can understand why you guys would think or be against what Tom is saying. It's understandable, but you got to go by what we've seen here. The track record kind of speaks for itself. It puts the probability of this happening very, very high from his track record. But again, I get why a lot of you are saying are waiting because you probably want to wait for more confirmation. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just going ahead and speaking for what we already know and what's been talked about. As far as to go back to it, with the plates, I'm wondering if this is the last time we'll see them in this type of style for PS5. And then the Slim will have some other unique way of upgrading it in terms of these shells. I don't know what they're going to do. They already got a detachable disk drive. And maybe they found a way to make it more seamless to take the custom shells off. Because remember, a lot of people didn't like the fact that you kind of had to prop it off. You had to slide it off and to get the plates off on PS5. So maybe they found a more easy way to do it, like a button or something, and it just pops off. Kind of like you would press a button on the side of your PC and remove the panels. Maybe they got something like that they're working on. Maybe. But we'll never know until we see it. But we did see a custom side plates. Do look good. Look a lot better than I thought they were going to go. Originally, I thought it was just going to be an all-black unit with just a white logo, like Venom logo on it. But they actually took the Venom-inspired look, and they actually applied that very heavily to this. So it actually looks like the symbiote is, assimilating the red, and it looks like, it's transforming to the traditional white logo from Venom. And that's what they do when you flip it on the side. It looks black like that. So that's actually a nice little
I do
look.
think this could be a mislead because I remember the video they were showing with the cover and stuff like that, where you're also seeing the Venom ability from Miles, hitting the symbiote and stuff like that. I don't know whether or not that's a key pivotal moment or that's just for the marketing itself, because I was like suspecting that either you'll play as Miles to fight off Peter, and it kind of feels like it's implied in that story trailer.
Yeah,
like he's kind of like rampaging. That's why you see Mary Jane hiding. Is it? Are we getting Mary Jane stealth missions again? And instead, you have
Lord.
Peter Parker, going
Like,
crazy with the Venom suit.
Yeah,
kind of like Resident Evil 4 remake with Ashley. That's a possibility, guys. I'm just saying.
Ain't a lot. That was
MJ
fun.
missions back? Question mark.
I guess it wouldn't be a Spider-Man without her. I'm wondering, like, I don't know if they confirmed if he's back at the Bugle.
Yes.
He is back at the Bugle?
I think so. Actually, I think so.
Okay.
I think they also said, I could be wrong, someone can correct me in the chat, they did say J. Jonah Jameson's back with the Bugle.
Yeah. Okay. So if she is in there, now there was some shots. A lot of people thought that all the shots we saw, like, for example, there was one awesome shot where it's like fire and there's like a real slim figure standing up. A lot of people thought that was Venom, and a lot of people thought that's probably Peter. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's neither one of them. That character is Wraith. For those that don't know, Wraith. That's Wraith. Yeah,
that's
Wraith.
Dude, my thing was, it was like Peter was like on the floor though, so it's
that's Wraith.
Yeah, it's Wraith. I absolutely believe it's Wraith. Finally, they also confirmed. Thank goodness they went with this route, because I would have hated if they went the route that the symbiote suit was, made in a lab.
Yeah.
But it basically was confirmed. It is alien origin. You see, like, all these soldiers come near it, and it's like a meteor or whatever, like an impact landing.
Yeah.
And you see like the fire and stuff, and the symbiote just like moving. I was like, thank goodness, dude, because I don't like the Venom symbiote with Ultimate Spider-Man comic storyline.
Yeah.
I just don't really care for it. I just like the alien aspect of it.
Yeah. I'm glad they did that, because they were very well. They weren't secretive. They were just kind of vague with it. At the end of 2018, we just saw Harry in his tank and he's being surrounded by it, and it's like, okay, because remember that room is filled with spiders, and one of those spiders bit Miles, and that's how he has his powers. So I'm like, wait, are they implying that they made the symbiote, or did they find it? Now we know they found it. It's its own thing, and probably used its DNA to fuse with the spiders or something. Maybe, I don't know. There's multiple things they could be playing around with that, but hey, it looks good. Very, very hyped for it. They also announced the controller. The controller looks good as well. A lot of people were passing around other designs, like all black and all that. I mean, again, I thought it looked good compared to what we got back in 2018, where it was just a plain old red controller with white buttons. It's night and day. I actually like this a lot better than what we got back then. It's actually cool. So I'm happy of what we've seen here. The custom train has returned, by the way, for Spider-Man 2. It's an even cooler looking one. It's got the Spider-Man 2 logos and stuff on it. The custom seats. So they are doing the same marketing for that. I'm guessing I don't know. I'm not expecting that crazy bust they had back for 2018 to be in there, because they're not doing another movie right now, and this is going to come out way before it, so don't expect that. But you might see it. The hype is definitely real, and it's definitely showing, so I'm good to see. Happy for them, and I can't wait to play it in general. Let's see here. Got some other news. DualSense Edge is the best-selling accessory for PlayStation 5. Not surprised at all. I'm actually happy that it did well. They needed this. They really needed this. Stick drift is real, people. It is real. If you don't have stick drift yet, you ain't playing it as hard as you cap for it. I'm telling you right now. It's real. I have this on multiple controllers. Anyway, back to this. Activision Blizzard and Microsoft is pretty much finalized. It's done. Microsoft owns Activision Blizzard, and the narrative has now kind of been moving around since then. Instead of what's to come, let me work my way to that. So the deal is pretty much done. We got that confirmed. In the midst of this Activision deal, Microsoft did something that I didn't think we were going to see, but they actually went and fixed the servers for all the Call of Duty games. This is only on this is only on Xbox though. It's not on PlayStation. I'm happy for this because it's good to see people back on. They're experiencing the games. They didn't get rid of the hackers though. Yeah, they didn't get rid of the hackers. So you still might run into those lobbies that have like the little, like their AC-1. They're like walking AC-130s. They're jumping in the air, shooting rockets at you. You might run into those maps still, but overall, it's cool that it's still that they've done this. That Call of Duty's back. If you want to experience those. So if you want to play Modern Warfare 2, cool. I don't think this is PC, right? I don't think they fixed the PC server, so it's strictly.
I don't think so. It's just consoles. Like from what I was hearing from people, like I think Delta's trying to play, and I think Pablo's playing on this like Xbox or whatever. So
okay,
yeah, it's just consoles.
So okay, so that's cool. They did that. In the midst of this, though, there's been a lot of conversation once again about more acquisitions. A lot of people are saying that they should buy Sega, and a lot of people are saying they should buy Take-Two. And what was the other one? Was it Larian Studios?
Shout out to Addict, dude. I'll spill the tea real quick. So me and Addict and Deathsinger, shout out to Deathsinger and Addict, we were playing Baldur's Gate 3, right? And I said, wouldn't it be like what do you think if like Xbox were to buy Larian, right? By the way, this might have been at 12 in the morning. We were just talking, like shooting the shit, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I see the next day, this man posts a damn video on Larian. I was like, Addict, come on, bro. Come on, bro. What are we doing here? I was like, I better get some credit for that video, Addict. By the way, like technically I think we're supposed to be playing Baldur's Gate like later today at like 9 or something like that, and I'm bringing it to his attention, bro. I was like, bro, come on. So shout out to Addict though. He's a cool guy. He's definitely a cool guy. Deathsinger can attest to it. Granted, he'll have like the defense mode he was already bringing in. He's like, is it though? Was it really like your question? It could have been, the video could have been done a couple days later, a couple weeks later, who knows? And I was like, come on, Deathsinger. Give me my damn flowers, bro. I asked the question, we had a discussion about it, it made sense. Come on. But at the end of the day, dude, when it comes down to it, I think the whole acquisition talk of like more consolidation and stuff, it's not
going away.
It doesn't do anything for me. But whatever. If people enjoy talking about it, hey man, who can I judge?
Yep.
You know what I'm enjoying though? Baldur's Gate 3. That's a good game. That's something I'm really enjoying. Shout out to Larian.
Yeah, there you go. Personally, it's not going to stop the acquisition talk. Again, like we just said, it's going to be ongoing. A lot of people are saying what's Sony going to do, especially with the whole Final Fantasy situation with Xbox. If I remember correctly, it was Final Fantasy.
Oh, you're talking about 14.
14 was going to Xbox. So a lot of people were like, okay, is Microsoft about to go and buy Square Enix? I was like, listen, I don't know. It is interesting to see what Sony does.
From that court document that they were going to try to acquire Square, and I guess it just didn't happen. But there were like a lot of things as to why 14 didn't come to Xbox.
Yep.
It's not this running narrative that, Square or Yoshi P doesn't like Xbox. It's like Yoshi P wants all his MMO to be everywhere.
Yep.
That is something he wants to absolutely happen. So for them, it was more along the lines of their cross-play like policy. All the way since like back in the PS3 generation, it just did not fix. I know some people made the argument for gold and stuff, and a lot of the time, like for PlayStation, when you have your subscription for Final Fantasy 14, you do not have to pay for PS Plus in order to play the game.
Yep.
And of course for Steam, that's also not a requirement, or for their own launcher itself, that's not a requirement. It's just that monthly subscription. So people should not get hurt about it. I do think though that the announcement should have been done on the Xbox showcase. It would have made way more waves, because I noticed like in the crowd, like a lot of the people that go to FanFest are PC gamers and PlayStation gamers for 14. I do think if they put that in their showcase, honestly, would
it definitely would have got a big pop. It would have got a big pop for sure.
But I get it though. Yoshi P wants to announce that at his own stage.
Yeah,
understand and respect that. But I'm happy for it. Like overall, it's really good, and honestly, a lot of people should be, happy for that. It's like, who cares, man? It goes to Xbox. Oh well. Like, let them experience the game. If they continue wanting to pay for the subscription, let them do so. Like, you get more players, and it's gonna like populate the game even more. And Dawn Trail is gonna be amazing for a lot of people to experience, and they literally have now done it where you get to play the base game, Heavensward, and Stormblood. Those expansions in the base game for a free trial. That is insane, and that is a huge pro-consumer move.
So, it's definitely pretty good for them. Let me see here. I was looking at Twitter. Tony Todd's teasing Final Destination, another one. So we're about to get another Final Destination film. It's going to change the death's design, even though the last one tied everything together. So I don't know how this one's going to play. I guess it's a reboot. I don't know. We'll see. Shout out to Tony Todd. Let's see. What else happened throughout this couple weeks here? Hang on a second. You want to talk about anything, Red? You want to pull up?
I don't know what else has been really happening. Like, I guess like some people can chime in and ask like certain questions, but the only like other big news was like the Baldur's Gate 3 concurrent players and all that. Other than that, I don't know exactly. Huge news has been occurring.
You said Diablo 4 died?
Huh? Oh yeah. So what's been happening is Blizzard pulls a Blizzard. They want to ruin their own game.
Oh no!
Do terrible season updates and all that, and people hate it. I don't know much about it. There's content creators to like look into that, such as Asmongold and some other people. Quinn.
Yeah.
I think Quinn also probably made a video about it. At the end of the day, Blizzard will always be Blizzard, and they do not care about their fans' criticism. They don't care, and they'll just keep it moving. And hoping that you guys will buy their next game, their next mount, their next cosmetic, and you'll enjoy it.
Okay. What was I about to bring up? So well.
Also,
I'm gonna give you your flowers.
Made a, like I wanted to mention one thing before we get into that. Alex also, I think, brings up way good points. Ono as Alex knows more about it. He played Diablo 4. Look into his I don't know if he's made a video on it or he's tweeted stuff about Diablo 4.
Probably did.
So that's another person to kind of look for information when it comes to Blizzard games or Diablo or Path of Exile. No, he's super big into Path of Exile. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to give you your flowers real quick about one thing. I took a gamble on this one particular thing. Obviously, this involves Disney. I think you already know what I'm about to say.
Disney?
Oh, yeah. It involves Disney. Yeah, Disney Plus. I took a gamble. I was like, you know what? I was going to watch this. I watched it from start to finish. Yes.
Invasion? Man, listen.
I know.
Everyone says I prey on the MCU downfall. I just speak facts. Dude, that is me. I try to speak as much facts as possible. What is up with people always giving the MCU dude, they'll literally dude, no. This will happen. You'll have your popcorn, you'll have your soda. And this is what Disney will do, or the MCU. They're gonna slap that out of your hands and just say thank you for giving us your money. We don't care if it's a bad story or a bad product or a bad show or a bad movie. Who cares? It's like that's usually how it goes. That's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
Are we shocked by this? She-Hulk, Secret Invasion, Moon Knight. The list goes on and on. Eternals.
I'm not even hyped for Daredevil.
What else? Black Widow.
Dude, yeah.
Daredevil has the major red flags that I've been saying. People are going to hate me, boo me. I don't care, man. If you hate me, boo me. Just like this video. No, I'm just kidding. But I just speak the facts, dude. There's so many red flags. Having terrible showrunners, writers in that Daredevil show, and not having the fight choreographed guy, the stunt guy for Daredevil is insane because you know it's going to be CGI.
Yep.
Crap, and it's not going to be good, and Foggy and Karen aren't even going to be in the show. Bro, who is excited for it?
Yeah,
who's excited for this?
It's crazy because the reason why I had a little bit of faith for this, if y'all watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, that actually was really good.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
but
that's really
James
good.
Gunn.
But I know
James
it's James Gunn,
right?
Yeah,
right? James Gunn. So,
and that's his last movie. He's not making no more.
Donald.
Yeah.
I got to tell you this. Kevin Feige was going to make a Star Wars project. That got canceled. He's no longer working on that. We're not giving this man excuses no more, bro. I'm getting tired of it. Because everyone's going to say, well, wait until they just stop outputting so many shows on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
And then it'll get better. I don't expect that to get better.
So
I just expect
here's my
mediocrity to continue.
Here's my problem with Secret Invasion. I'm just going to bring this out here. Was the show horrible? See, here's the thing. It wasn't really horrible for me. It definitely was disappointing. There was a lot of stuff that just didn't lead to nowhere. Like, for example, let me just go ahead and just get into the spoilers, guys. We're pretty much at the end of the show, so you guys don't want to hear the spoilers for Secret Invasion. Appreciate you guys for joining us. Hit that like button. We'll see you guys next week. Yes, on time. But they pretty much dropped a big red flag in front of you in this show when they said that James Rhodes has been a Skrull since Civil War. Now, the point of Secret Invasion is the fact that Gravik was part of Nick Fury's original, I guess, interception type of team where they all came together to gather information on some of the top enemies in the U.S. And in return for their service, Nick and, of course, what's her name? Captain Marvel were going to find them a home. Years went past, of course, and the blip happened, and they never delivered on the promise. Now, you would think with this Skrull being Rhodes since Civil War, mind you, again, since Civil War all the way through Endgame, this has been a Skrull playing James Rhodes. There was a planet where Thanos died on that was uninhabited, had food, it had water, its own solar system. It had its own sun, crops, everything. You would think that this Skrull would have that information for her kind. This just gets annoyed. Like, this gets literally ignored throughout the entire season. And it's like, okay, so Gravik works with this Skrull, like he works with her. I suppose he works with her because they didn't really explain who she's working for. She just gets killed off. It's just a mess. It doesn't make sense. But if we go a little further here, we go a little bit more further, and this is where it kills me. So they pulled a Houdini. Now, granted, we knew Captain America wasn't going to return. We know Chadwick Boseman passed away, so there wasn't going to be no Black Panther in this. We know there wasn't going to be no Valkyrie and all these other characters in here. But they're trying to tell us that Nick Fury had these guys, the Skrulls, working with them, collecting blood samples from every war.
It's messed up. You realize that, right? Without their consent, he's like... Hey,
throughout every war, every like spilled blood everywhere around the world, the Skrulls have been cleaning it up and gathering it for Nick Fury, and Nick Fury has had it all together, and he puts in this thing called the Harvest. The Harvest has pretty much every MCU character, including the Hulk, including including Drax, the dude who has the telekinetic abilities from Infinity War.
Yeah, Thanos.
Thanos' son. Yeah, his son. One of his sons. Even got Thanos blood in this.
Yeah, it's everything, bro.
Everybody's power, including Captain Marvel. And Thor. All their bloods have been kept.
OP people, it's like
every OP person's blood was gathered by the Skrulls. Nick Fury, of course, had other plans. He had his own little way around the Skrulls, and he had this vow. And this is what Gravik is after in the episodes. He's after this. Originally, Gravik's powers. Now I thought they were clever at first what they were doing because it had the Extremis ability from Iron Man 3. Where they turn red and their bodies heal and all that stuff. That's one of them. The tentacle thing, which is like the branch arm he got from Groot. I don't know how that works because Groot's a tree. But I guess they were able to extract the DNA from Groot. And another one was... actually, I think those are the first two powers he showed. I don't think he showed anything else. Maybe phasing, which... This is the power that didn't make any sense. How the hell did they get blood from Ghost? From Ant-Man and Quantumverse. I don't remember her ever bleeding.
Oh, Ant-Man and the Wasp, yeah.
Yeah, in the Wasp. But how the hell they get her DNA? I don't remember her ever bleeding. And quite frankly, I don't remember anybody ever landing a blow on her.
Hey, man, listen. Don't question it. Just consume the product.
I guess so. Just
consume the product. Hey, man, Cody Rhodes had red blood in Endgame.
Exactly.
Product, dog.
Exactly.
Just consume it.
Just
consume it.
We continue with this. They kill off Talos. They kill off Maria Hill. Doesn't lead anywhere. They're just killed off because I guess they're done with the films. They're just done with the whole situation with Disney. So they're done. They're cut out. Doesn't lead anywhere. They give Gaia, his daughter, more screen time. I got shout out to Emilia Clarke. She made this one facial expression throughout the entire series. She only made one facial expression. She didn't change it at all, not once. So they give her the powers anyway because at the end. There's the battle between Gravik and what you think is Nick Fury, but it's not Nick Fury. It ends up being Gaia. The two fight, and they both end up having all the powers. But of course, mind you, Gaia has all the abilities. So does Gravik. You would think it would be equal, right? No, Gaia wins because she uses Mantis's power. Her little things come out her head, and she beats him with Carol Danvers' power. It's I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm just done. I'm just done. It doesn't make sense anymore. Stuff that I was hyped for. Guardians of the Galaxy's not getting another one, so not hyped for anything else out of that camp. They're pretty much done. Blade is going to get canceled. Don't care for it anyway if it does happen, because I know it's going to be a travesty. The only thing that I'm interested in is Spider-Man. And after that, I'm moving on. It was a good run. It's a good run. But, man, why it came tumbling down. Daredevil's going to be awful after what they did to him in She-Hulk. It's going to be terrible.
Travesty, man.
That was really bad what they did with She-Hulk. I was like, holy shit. This man went from being stealth and a businessman and a badass in Netflix to him walking on the lawn barefoot.
With his suit on.
With his suit on. In broad daylight.
Hey, yo, I was like, bro. Come on, bro. What are we doing to my boy?
I was there watching it live with you.
Was amazing. Probably the best show of Marvel, in general.
Yeah.
And even, in terms of, even better than most of the MCU movies, if not, one of the, best. And this is how you treat Daredevil is insane. And imagine how much they're going to treat Daredevil in this show. It's going to be even worse.
Dude. Imagine they
got... You know what? I'll put this prediction. Echo will replace Daredevil.
Oh.
Put the note. She's going to, become the new Daredevil.
I mean, look what they did with look what they did with, what's his face as well? Punisher. You think Punisher was going to be treated with respect by Disney? Deadpool's getting respect, but again, that's Ryan Reynolds. He has a lot more pull, so it makes sense that they're giving him everything to work with. But why isn't that not across the board for characters that are rated R? Doesn't make sense, right? I know. So that has a potential to be good. The new
but the
Deadpool
thing
movie
is, like, everyone's going to be interested just because of the nostalgia.
Yeah.
That's really it. Not whether or not it's going to be a good film. It's like, oh, Patrick Stewart's going to be in it. Oh, maybe James McAvoy is going to be Ian McKellen. And all these people, right? Like, I'm just like, dude, I just don't expect, like, this to be an amazing film. I think it's just going to be heavy nostalgia bait to get people to go to the theater. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I love Hugh Jackman, but it is going through all these other films that we've done through previously. And they did something very similar to this in Avengers Endgame, as well as a little bit with it in Spider-Man No Way Home. It's their tested formula that is proven to be a success, and they're going to do that again.
Yep, and there's nothing that really, not much else you can really say. That's just how it's going to be. Yes, Blade was PG-13, the new one that they were trying to go for.
Yeah, it's going to be PG-13.
And it already got ripped apart by Steven Dorff, or is it Stephen Dorff? How you pronounce it? I think it's Steven Dorff, though. But Steven Dorff, he played La Magra in the first Blade movie, a.k.a. Deacon Frost. He played him, and he said, yeah, we did it better than you guys. It was rated R. It was badass. It was his own thing. And it was years ago. It's trash. I'm like, yeah, let him have it. I'm with them all the way on that. It's like, bro, you can't make a character like Blade PG-13. You just can't. You know? It's like you can't make Spider-Man rated R. Doesn't fit Spider-Man. But anyway, you would think Sony will learn this too after the god-awful Mordred movie and stuff, but it is what it is. I think superhero movies and the superhero facade has faded off completely. And hey, it was fun while it lasted. I will say that, because it felt like the end of an era once again after I watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Did you feel that, Red Hood? When the credits happened and just the overall fun they had with that movie compared to what happened?
I think it's good.
I felt like everything was like, damn, this is what we used to get. Now we're getting this, you know? Now we're getting this. So it's a wrap. So I don't know, I'm going to have to ask Lauren to come through for one of these conversations as well. Oh, God, don't get me started with Blue Beetle. Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
A box office flop, dude. Like, they literally, like, their projections are so bad. I was like, geez, bro, that movie is done, dude. I think even, like, Warner Brothers Discovery was just like, yeah, we're not going to even push this movie. Like, this film is not that good, and we can't do another tax write-off.
Yeah.
And we're going to put as little marketing to it as possible, even though this is the first new DCU whatever universe that they're doing.
Yep. Blue Beetle looks like it's going to be terrible, and I'm not even trying to be petty, but that looks like it's going to be terrible just from what we've seen. Kraven the Hunter, oh, God, I'm surprised you even remembered that trailer.
Dude, the best part of that film was the
Russell Crowe. Was Russell Crowe?
No, I said the poster.
Oh,
with Kraven in the throne and stuff. That looked pretty badass, right? But after that trailer was garbage.
He doesn't even sound like the character. And, you know, they pretty much confirmed what the leak was going around. Remember how the dude said he transforms into a rhino? Mutates into a rhino? Yeah, so that pretty much confirms it, because Kraven has the power of all the wildlife.
No, I thought there was a different dude that was a rhino. I need to rewatch that trailer.
No, no, it was him. It was Rhino.
No, I'm saying he's not Rhino. Kraven's not Rhino. I thought that was a
no. I'm not saying. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the dude who transformed is Rhino.
Yeah.
No. Kraven has the power of all the animals, though. Apparently, he can like harness the power of a lion. And I'm like, huh? So I don't know.
Dude, he got lion blood in his skin and his wound, and now he's a actual lion in terms of strength. That's insane, bro. Guys, everyone go to find your like lion, just get a wound and get the lion blood in there, and you're absolutely will become exactly like Kraven, dude. You're gonna like look bulky, big, muscular. You're able to take on other lions. Insane. Just do it, bro. That's how it works.
So how we feel about PC in here? Enjoy it, brother. Enjoy it.
How do I feel about PC? PC is the best platform. Let's go. Bring it up, man. I know everyone loves PC in here, bro.
What up, Tanos? What's good to see you, brother? Good to see you. You know, actually, no, that'd be funny as shit. People like if this all of a sudden just spiked the interest in going to the Safari or whatever, and people be like, hey,
yeah, it's like, yo, gotta find that line, bro.
Yeah, like, bro, I give you $1,000. You tranquilize that line in 5 minutes. I just need to do a small little incision.
Yeah, well, get that blood. Oh, gotta put it in the bicep too. Gotta make sure it's gonna get in there clean, and you're gonna be exactly like Craven.
Like it's stupid.
By the way. Don't do that.
Don't do that. You die instantly.
Dude, imagine if someone actually does that. I'll be like, dude, that was a joke, man. Don't take it literal.
Motherfucker come home. As soon as they leave the damn area, they die instantly in bed. It's like, bro, yeah, you actually thought that was gonna work? No, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, just like the same thing. Just get bit by a spider. Make sure it's radioactive too. Don't exactly beat Spider-Man.
Or actually, you know, matter of fact, it might actually work, but it won't be the results you're looking for. You must want to have 7 eyes.
Actually, dude, aliens, bro. Aliens, real. Dude, just hope that the symbiotes just like, you know, having the ooze and just like slithering and just going somewhere and just be like, you know what, let me touch it real quick. And just like Venom. Granted, it could be a parasite or something like that.
Yeah, I can already see Red Hood.
You got the potential of being Venom, bro. No, I'm joking.
I can already see Red Hood's dumbass. You see it, he'd be like, what the hell is this shit? In the name of science, I'm putting my face in it.
I'll be like, oh, dude, it just ripped my face off, bro. What the heck? I was supposed to be like Venom, bro. The comics told me different.
Oh, shit. But no, hey, man, it's the end of an era. End of an era for films. I am looking forward to The Last Voyage, though. The meter. That looks like it's gonna be fire. You seen it? The trailer for it? The Dracula. It's like that Dracula film. It's on a boat. Like a ship.
No, I've not seen it. Bro,
I gotta show you it.
The only films I'm looking forward to at the moment comes out October. Killers of the Flower Moon with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Okay.
That's going to be directed by Martin Scorsese.
Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I will be watching it.
Yes.
I don't care. The movie probably ain't going to do well. It's going to be on Apple Plus or whatever.
I don't know why. Why did they do that? Why did they just didn't give it a theatrical release?
I don't know. Martin, that's the... Martin, you know...
Well, yeah, sure. Martin's
very
name...
similar to, like, the Netflix deal he had with The Irishman.
Yeah.
So... Like, I guess it guarantees him money and as well as, like, to keep continuing to make movies.
Yeah.
But I'm hyped for that. November, only hyped for 2 films, right?
Yeah.
Like I said this multiple times. The only 2 films I'm hyped in November is The Marvels. Let's go. No.
Oh, it is.
Man, get the heck out of here, bro. The Marvels? No, sir.
Delta says it's going to be theatrical for a short period, though.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, well.
For 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be there for 2 weeks, I think, or maybe a week.
Okay.
But no, I'm not watching the Marvels. That can go kick rocks and.
You're not gonna watch Brie. You're not gonna watch Brie Larson.
Brie Larson.
You're not gonna watch Brie Larson. You're not.
Has no range, bro. I'm sorry. If you're not.
You're tired. Wait. You don't like Brie Larson, guys? If you like Brie Larson, put a 1 in the chat. You don't like Brie Larson showing up like a damn supervillain.
I hope no one like, dude. Everyone has to be honest with that. If people troll. That's it, dog. It's over for the episode. If you guys be putting 1s for Brie Larson, I don't know what to say, bro. If you think she's a top-tier actress, I'm just dumb, bro. But on a real note, the only 2 movies I'm interested in November are Dune 2, if it doesn't get delayed, and The Killer, whatever, directed by David Fincher, having Michael Fassbender as the main actor of the film. Super hyped for those. Those are like the only 3 movies I'm interested in for the rest of the year. Yeah, that's about it.
I thought you were hyped. I thought you loved Brie Larson after the Fast and the Furious.
Bro, dude, her acting chops. Dude, I watched that film. I'm like, bro, she's terrible, bro. Movie. Man, I don't get it. Yeah, she cannot act.
If you guys like if you guys are hyped for the Marvels, enjoy it. It's not for me. I don't think Brie Larson's. It doesn't do anything for me.
I do it half like jokingly and half like being truthful. But dude, if you like the movie, listen.
Yeah, enjoy it.
You like it. Enjoy. I will be skipping and be watching Dune 2 and killer instead.
And at this rate, I don't think we're gonna get that Fast and the Furious trilogy thing they were talking about, because holy shit, that the last movie flopped compared to the other ones in terms of like money, and they made like what, 700 million. That ain't shit compared to what they were doing prior. They were making billions. Now they're in the 700s. So
they didn't break even.
They didn't even break even. I know, it didn't break even. So that right there should tell you something about the fatigue of the series. But number one, number two, the damn stupidity of it. Like, this man went 200 miles per hour into a damn crane, and the damn car is still intact, and he's still able to drive after it hits this damn bowling ball thing or bomb into the ocean. It's like, no, it doesn't work like that. There's so much unrealistic shit in that damn movie. And then keep in mind, Brie Larson makes her debut. So I think, I don't know, man. I think that kind of put a nail in the coffin as well, too. Yeah. But that's just me. Mission Impossible.
That movie I don't think is going to make back its budget. Granted, you can argue that the budget was for both films. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what some people say. I have no clue because it was filmed back.
Heard it was good, though. Heard it was good.
It is, but they got screwed, bro.
Oh, damn.
Bro, it was a week before Oppenheimer and Barbie. Like, it just got destroyed, dude. Like, and Oppenheimer and Barbie, like, had, like, really low, what do you call it, drop-off rates. It was like 40% or something for both films, around 40%.
I believe it's a different...
So I don't know, like, whether or not it'll make back its budget, I got no clue. But going off the internet, it says, like, the budget's pretty high. So, yeah.
Well, there you go. State of movies, man. Movies are looking pretty... shaky.
We got three.
Well, we got three good ones, possibly four with the meter. Last Voyage. I'm gonna show you the trailer for that. It looks really, really good. But Cassie Wild in the chat. I want to say thanks everybody for coming through. It was fun.
Go play Baldur's Gate 3.
Yes, go actually play some video games. I appreciate everybody for reaching out. Your boy's back, so looking forward to dropping the content back in full effect. It's going to be fun. But until then, appreciate you guys. If you haven't hit that like button, go ahead and do so. Let's get 50 plus likes in here. And let's do our outros, ladies and gents. Red Hood 420. You know, you're going to be given the keys to the kingdom for Tuesdays. I don't know how I feel about this, but
it's about to I don't know hell will come down to the kingdom, and it will look glorious. That is all I will say. It's going to look fantastic. You're going to see everything burning to the ground, and you guys are going to enjoy
things are going to burn, huh?
Single minute and second of it. So appreciate that, Big Cloud. No, I'm joking. It's going to be good. I don't know when, like I said, got to figure out whether or not some overlays and all that jazz, and I'm going to have to do desktop audio, sadly. Yeah. So can I have videos playing in the background as a result? So it's gonna just be through desktop audio only. So that's gonna have to be a thing. And until either there's an update through Asus to fix that issue for capturing specific audio and doesn't like go haywire, or I get another motherboard and it still does that, then when that means that motherboard is the actual issue, and then I'm gonna have to go back to Aorus because Aorus didn't cause me any issues for sound capture.
Honestly, I don't trust. I would go with Aurorus or, probably not MSI. MSI is okay, but I'm not big on MSI. I took a chance with ASRock, and they've been fine with me for years. But it depends on what it is. Before we shut it down, let me shout out our channel members. Shout out to Rob Jones, a member for 9 months. He says, nice to see you back, Ryan. Hope you're good. Let's go. Yes, it's good to see you. It's good to see everybody in the chat. Appreciate you. Hustle and Motivate, a member for 17 months. Make sure you guys go over there and check out my boy, man. He's a good content creator. He's dropping WWE content. He's playing old games. He's even playing AEW Fight Forever. I, for one, didn't get it. I wasn't really too impressed with it, but I don't know. I might cave and get it on the sale, and we might see like a head-to-head happen between me and Hustle over that game. So make sure you guys go check him out. And of course, Briar Rios became a channel member as well. He became a bronze tier member. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. And that is it. That is the show. We will see you guys next week. And man, I gotta get my stuff back on the roll. I gotta start planning this stuff out, uploads. So back to the drawing board. I see to drop content. But anyway, appreciate y'all. Much love, and y'all enjoy your weekend. I'm out of here. Peace.
Peace.